Past the police cars and ambulance, the small body of a young man was splayed in a spreading pool of water, his wet clothes and hair clinging to his body and the dock. The small group of officers and EMTs gathered around him. I couldn't tell for sure from this distance, but he resembled one of the troubled teens I'd seen at St. Anne's. "The hell you think you're doing?" I looked up to see one of the officers walking toward me. He had the muscle-turned-fat build of an aging jock, but he carried himself as if he were unaware of the metamorphosis that had taken place in his unsuspecting body. I stuck out my hand. I don't care who the fuck you are. This is a crime scene. Get out of here before I arrest your ass." "I think I know him," I said. "The floater?" he asked. I looked at the body again. No way he was a floater. Not only were there no signs of fixed lividity, but the body had yet to begin to decompose. "Floater?" I asked. Ordinarily, when a person drowns, his or her body sinks to the bottom, head, hands, and feet hanging down, and stays there until decomposition causes gas to form in the tissue, making the body rise to the surface. "The dude we found in the water," he said slowly, shaking his head. "You know him?" "I think so," I said, "but he's not a floater." "The fuck you talking about?" he asked, glancing over his shoulder at the others, who returned his look of incredulity and his laughter. "We fished his ass out of the water." "You may have, but he wasn't floating at the time." He turned to the others again. "Believe this guy?" Turning back to me, he said, "The hell else do you do in the water?" "Sink." "Sinking, floating. All I know is he sure as hell wasn't swimming," he said. "You know him or not?" "I need a closer look." "Of course you do," he said. "You a reporter?" "Prison chaplain," I said. "I'm staying at St. Anne's, and I think I saw him a couple of times in chapel." "Well, you won't be seeing him there anymore, except maybe at his funeral. Take a closer look so you can get out of here." As I approached the body, the small group backed away from him slightly. When I reached him, I knelt down and said a prayer. "Is it him?" Muscle Fat said. I nodded. "What's his name?" "Thomas, I think. They called him Tommy Boy." "Thanks," he said, his tone dismissive. "Appreciate it." "Where'd you find him?" "In the water." "But not floating," I said. "Look, I'm sorry I called him a floater. I didn't know you knew him." "It's not that," I said. You really need to go so we can get to work." "Where'd you find the body?" I asked. "It was caught in the net of a shrimp boat," a thick-bodied female EMT with short, wiry hair and a large, not unattractive face said. "Thanks," I said. "Have you already gotten a temp for the body, the water, and the air?" She shook her head. "We just got here, and we're told to wait for Chief Taylor." "You need to go ahead and take them. They're crucial in establishing time of death in a drowning." "Listen," Muscle Fat said. "We've been patient with you, but you've got to go before the chief gets here. We've got the floater situation under control." I'm not sure exactly why I did what I did next, but I suspect it had something to do with the deteriorated, self-destructive state I was in. Without really thinking about what I was doing, I scooped up the body and tossed it back into the bay. "What the fuck are you doing?" Muscle Fat said, as the others gathered around me. The body made a splash when it went into the water, ripples moving out from the entry point. But long after the water was smooth again, the body had yet to resurface. I took in some air through my nose, and the briny smell of the bay filled my nostrils. We all stood there for a long moment, watching the spot where the body had entered the water. "Guess you weren't dealing with a floater after all," I said.